Okay, so what exactly is the problem between you and the BOG?
Our problem is that BOG has licensed some institutions to take investment, and we have invested with those institutions. It has come to a time that the institutions are in a serious problem. They can't pay us our interest, they can't pay us our principal. They are challenged. And for some of them, for 4 years now, we have not been able to receive any funds from them. We sent a petition to the Bank of Ghana that it should act to ensure that these institutions pay their funds, their investors their funds. And you could only do that when you give them liquidity support. The Bank of Ghana says it's not able to give liquidity support because these companies are insolvent. And the law also says if they are insolvent, just take the allowances from them. And if you take the allowances from them, you know you must pay us. Just like you took the licenses for some people to 2017, 2018, when you revoked the licenses of this institution, you pay the investors their money. So two things, give them liquidity support so that they can work and pay us. If you think they are not entitled to liquidity support and therefore no support will come to them, then revoke their license and pay us our funds. It's just a simple matter. And Bank of Ghana, we have sent proposal to Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana hasn't even responded to the proposal to say, I'm even acknowledging the proposal you have submitted. So that has what brought about the need for us to undertake this public protest.
So beyond this, should Bank of Ghana fail to give you prompt response, what would be the next line of action?
Oh, we are going to do this every 2 weeks until we get results.
Every 2 weeks?
Every 2 weeks until we get results. We have given ourselves up to November ending. Every 2 weeks, because December is an election month. We don't want to disturb that month. But from now to November ending, every 2 weeks, we will be doing this.
All right. Other bank institutions that you've invested your money, yes, but nothing has been taken. And so we proceeded to know what would be the next line of action should DOG fail to respond. And I understand from your convener that this exercise is going to continue every 2 weeks.
Yes, that's true.
So you stand in solidarity to that?
Yes.
Those areas are security zone. You recall that when the minority in Parliament held their protests, they stopped them at some point. And I'm told, the police told me it was at this point that they stopped them. So we don't want to force the police to go against their own rule. So we were even going to be at the roadside there, but they realized that the sand is too much. So they pleaded with these people to allow us here so that we can rest under this shade. So,
but was that the original plan?
Yes.
The original plan
yes.
was for you to come here?
To be at the roadside there, could converge there, and then wait for our leaders to go and come. But now they have allowed us to come inside here so that the sun shall be protected by the sun.
What's the next plan now?
The next plan is from the Bank of Ghana. We are going to the Ministry of Finance. Yes, we have met with the governor of the Bank of Ghana. We had a fruitful discussion with them. The governor was there. The two deputies were there. All the various departmental heads that are relevant for this matter were there. The conclusion that we had from that meeting is that the Bank of Ghana was prepared to revoke the licenses of these institutions. But they must first be assured by government that government has made provision for the payment of these investors' funds before they revoke, in short. So they are dealing with government for government to provide those monies for that. The government has not been able to do that as of now. So we too, when we go to the minister, that's the message we are going to send to the minister, that the government, the Bank of Ghana, can revoke them the licenses today, provided government has made resources available to pay these investors, because we don't want the license to be revoked and tell investors that we should go and sit somewhere without getting our money. We want to make sure that once you revoke the license, you pay us as you pay the other people in 2017 and 2018. So we are now going to the minister and convey this that we have heard from Bank of Ghana to the minister. and require and demand that the government do whatever it can to ensure that it can provide some money down for these institutions to be closed down and for investors to get their money back. The program was to go to the governor's office and have a meeting with the governor on the proposals we have submitted to the governor and find out what the governor is doing about it. Then we intended to come to the ministry and report what the governor has said he was doing to the minister and request the minister to ensure that the right things are done for us to have our money. We have gotten the opportunity to meet the governor. The governor was there. Let me also say that Friday, I personally brought a letter to this ministry. I didn't give it to anybody. I sent it to the minister's secretariat, and they received the letter. It's the same letter I sent to Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana received us. The governor was there. His two deputies were there. All the heads of departments were there. And then we want to come to the ministry to also have engagement with the minister. We got here, I've told you what happened at the Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana says they are ready to revoke the licenses of these distressed institutions. However, when they revoke, investors' funds are there. That must be paid. They cannot take us through the normal liquidation process, just as government didn't do that in 2017, 2018. So if government give assurance that it can provide funds for Bank of Ghana to pay depositors, then Bank of Ghana can revoke the license immediately. So we had to come to the ministry and say, this is the challenge. The Bank of Ghana is prepared to revoke the licenses, provided the Minister of Finance or the ministry or government can provide funds for the settlement of these depositors of NDK Financial Services, SIC Life Savings and Loans, Bond Savings and Loans, and SDC Financial Services. So we're coming here to inform the government through the minister and also find out what the minister is doing to ensure that they acquire those funds. Bank of Ghana says they are in touch with the ministry, always trying to get the government to make some provision for this settlement. Government has not been able to get the resources. So we wanted to hear from the minister what the minister is doing to ensure that we get these funds for Bank of Ghana to revoke these licenses. We came here and the security people are saying there is no minister here. The minister didn't come or is not in. I asked, deputy, no deputy. I asked, I know there's another two deputies. Nobody is there. Any director, no director is there. Anybody that without all this hierarchy, even the last person that we can speak to, so that when the minister comes, she or she will also give the message to the minister. They say, there is nobody there to have the meeting with us. A whole ministry, there is nobody there to have a meeting with us. I thought we came here Saturday. I thought we were here Saturday when I heard that. But today is not Saturday. And if there is no official of the ministry to receive us, then it's unfortunate because I brought the letter. And if the minister was not going to be available, he should have arranged. That's how we manage organizations. Pure, simple administration. You arrange for somebody to be there to receive us. And you can't say all your officers in this ministry are not there and therefore nobody can meet with us. That is what has happened. And so we are going away. We will find another time to come to the ministry.